China releases a stimulus package to help give its economy a much-needed boost. One America's Rion has more on what that means for the Asian nation.
In what appears to be yet another panic signal out of China due to the trade wars, China's just released stimulus package is expected to free up $126 billion into the China economy. President Trump responded to this news vindicated. China just enacted a major stimulus plan with all the tariffs they are paying to the USA, billions and billions of dollars they needed. This is not the first time this year China's injected a stimulus in response to the U.S.-China trade war. The first China stimulus was in January for an estimated $112 billion. The second stimulus was in May for $40 billion. This third and latest stimulus is the largest yet, announced just after U.S. markets soared at the news U.S.-China trade talks would reopen in October, with initial discussions set throughout September. This stimulus is yet another telling signal that China is starting to scramble over a painful trade war. China is experiencing the lowest GDP in recent memory, suffering a 17-year low in industrial output, watching a manufacturer exodus leaving China for neighboring Vietnam, Taiwan, India, and some coming to Mexico and the U.S. Disaster signs for a country whose economy relies on manufacturers. This stimulus is also just days after a major Chinese bank announced it was suspending its interest rates for a year in an effort to hide bad loans. To make matters worse for China, the U.S. just released a strong August jobs report. Consumer spending was also strong, a factor that should have been affected by the tit-for-tat tariffs, but Americans seem to be unhindered by this trade war thus far. Another leverage point China had was U.S. farmers. But with the Trump administration granting U.S. farmers a $16 billion subsidy deal, and with strong alternative trade partners being forged for U.S. farmers in Brazil, Canada, Mexico, the UK, Japan, the EU, China's negotiating footing is slipping faster than they expected. Trump's trade representative, Peter Navarro, said he wants to see the U.S. and China return to the original trade deal.
We need to go back to that original deal, those 7 verticals, deal completely with all of those structural issues.
Issues otherwise known as China's 7 deadly sins: cyber attacks, forced technology transfer, intellectual property theft, product dumping, subsidized state-owned enterprises, currency manipulation, and selling fentanyl to the U.S. Navarro emphasizes that the U.S. had a deal that addressed all these issues, but China walked away from this deal. Now they must come back.
In the 2.5 years the president's been in office, he has changed this country's understanding of the China problem. And right now he has very strong bipartisan support and public support for standing up to China.
Critics claim Trump's trade war is failing, but this latest China stimulus is proof China is being backed into a corner and is coming to the October trade talks significantly weaker. Rion, One America News, the White House.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.